Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today I will discuss how to unlock the brand new Kane DLC weapon the fastest here in Call of Duty Warzone. So of course, welcome everyone to Season 5, and with the launch of every new season, that means we are going to be seeing new DLC weapons being added into the game, and Season 5 is no exception. And one of those new DLC weapons is the Kane, which is a free DLC melee weapon that can be unlocked via completing a simple challenge or by purchasing a bundle, and that's what we'll discuss in today's video. So with that said, if you guys go on to enjoy this one, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, and all kinds of things like that. So without further ado, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's dive right into it. And alright, so to start off today's video, let's discuss the challenge that you have to complete to unlock the Kane. Now interestingly enough, you can unlock the Kane in Warzone, Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, as well as zombies, and interestingly enough, in those three separate modes, there are three separate challenges and you can choose which one you want to complete. However, in today's video, I'm going to be focusing on the Warzone challenge, which states using a melee weapon, kill an enemy disoriented or blinded by your stun grenade or flashbang in 15 different completed matches. So that means to unlock the brand new melee DLC weapon, we'll have to use a melee weapon, so that means we'll have to do a little bit of trolling. Now, here's the class setup that I recommend. So for your primary weapon, we're going to be using the riot shield, and Damascus just makes it faster and better. And moving on down to your secondary weapon, we are going to be using the combat knife. Now, I do want to mention that you don't necessarily need to use the combat knife, any Cold War melee weapon will suffice. So with that said, let's move down and talk about perks. For my first perk, I will be using double time, as this will be increasing your crouch movement speed by 30%, proving very effective since we are going to be using the riot shield and crouch walking around the map. Next up, for our perk 2, we will be using ghost, which is pretty straightforward as to why we are going to be using this perk. And then finally, for our perk 3, we are going to be using tracker, which is extremely useful, as with tracker you can see the footsteps of your enemies, which, like its namesake, will allow you to track enemies and get those kills a lot easier. Moving on down, for our lethal, we will be using the throwing knife. Then for our tactical, we will be using either the stun grenade or the flash grenade. And alright, so now that we got the class up out of the way and we know the challenge that we need to complete, let's talk a little bit about strategy. So personally, I would recommend that you play Plunder and land at Storage Town. And here's why. Plunder is pretty straightforward because you can respawn as well as pick your class up as soon as you spawn, so that means you can get right into completing this challenge. And additionally, Storage Town is a really good place to land because in Plunder, a lot of people land at Storage Town, which means the possibility of you getting kills is going to be a lot higher, so that's how come I would recommend it. So what happens when you finally find a person in Storage Town? What you'll want to do is make sure that your riot shield is out and walk up to them and then throw your stun grenade or flash grenade. Once they're stunned, switch over to your combat knife, rush up to them, and make sure you get that kill. It's really just as simple as that. Now if you're wondering whether or not the enemy that you stunned was disoriented or blinded by your stun grenade or flashbang, once you actually throw down your tactical, you are going to be getting a little hit marker indicating that you actually stunned that opponent. So yeah, once again, it's really just as simple as that. And one thing that I will recommend is before you go in for the kill, make sure you have that enemy stunned, just so that way you know for an absolute fact that you did indeed kill an enemy that was disoriented or blinded by your stun grenade or flashbang. And yeah, once you do that, make sure you play out the rest of the match and then rinse and repeat that 15 times, and you are going to be unlocking the Kane DLC weapon in Warzone. Now before I end off today's video, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, you can actually purchase the Kane in a bundle. So if you head on over to the store, there is a bundle that will be costing you 1200 COD points, and if you purchase it, you are going to be getting the Lost Lion Legendary Kane blueprint that you can use right away. So if you want to spend the $12 and get the Kane right away, you can go ahead and do so, or if you want to complete the challenge and get it for free, you can also do that. So yeah guys, with that said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, and all kinds of things like that. So thank you once again for watching this video. I've been your host, Deeper Jungle. I hope to see you in the next one.